So for those of you that don't know what this is and what this is all about, so in my documentary, Kristy had talked about finding a prescription pad underneath my mom's bed when they went to go get some of our stuff from the old habitat house. So until now, it had never been photographed or seen in documentaries or anything. And so I recently came across it in a box of old photos. To my knowledge, it has never been used. I don't know. I mean, I could at least say there's no documentation of my mom using it. I don't know when she took it. It would have had to been between years 2006 to 2015. But it is legit. It's real. It's got this reflector thing on the back. So I don't want to keep it. I don't want it in my house. I am taking full opportunity to document its existence. But a bigger conversation needs to be had about how was she able to even get this? So I just I might be acting on emotion right now, because it's I've heard of it, but to actually see it, it's a whole different other ballgame. And so I just want to if the nurses or the doctors of this hospital is even looking at this right now, watching this video, this needs to be your highest priority. This is just as important as your badge, as your license. You do not leave this for people to find or whatever. This is not a toy. This is medical equipment. And my mind is blown. My mind is just blown, okay? I think I'm within my right to be upset. I really am. I think people need to have these conversations. Doctors, nurses, whatever, if you're watching, do not leave this for people to get. It may be too late for me, but do better. For real. Be fucking for real. Do better.
Hi beautiful people, happy Monday. I hope you all are doing well. That was Gypsy explaining the whole prescription pad situation. She did delete her previous video where she found the prescription pad, and then people started talking on how it could be a felony, so Gypsy deleted that and she gave this explanation. That prescription pad looks to be in a very good condition. And secondly, she blames her mom Dee Dee for stealing the prescription pad, which I don't buy for 1 second. Dee Dee was known for committing credit card fraud. We only heard from Gypsy how they used to steal from stores. Dee Dee took a lot of blame for her child because Gypsy was the thief. She admitted to stealing baby clothes from Walmart, and she also stole the murder weapon too. And it's easy for them to blame Dee Dee because she is no longer here. And as they say, a dead man tells no tales. And why would Dee Dee need to steal a prescription pad when her medication cabinet was filled to the brim? And also, isn't Gypsy the one that was stealing her mom's narcotics? This is what I think happened. Gypsy stole the prescription pad from the hospital. Dee Dee found her out. Dee Dee took the prescription pad and hid it from Gypsy. And the reason she probably chose not to return it to the hospital was because Gypsy would probably not be allowed back or be allowed to be seen there anymore. Just like what happened at Hobby Lobby. Dee Dee and Gypsy got stopped, searched, and was caught stealing. They weren't allowed back at Hobby Lobby. Also, when Gypsy shot her mother with a BB gun, Dee Dee took up for Gypsy. She defended Gypsy. So back to the prescription pad. When Dee Dee found out that Gypsy stole this prescription pad, she decided to confiscate it from her and hide it in a place that Gypsy would not find it. And that was that. Until Kristy found it in 2015, and conveniently, her story was that Dee Dee stole this prescription pad. Dee Dee took a lot of heat for the wrong that Gypsy did. Like when Gypsy shot her with the BB gun, There's no record of Dee Dee being caught for falsely trying to write out prescriptions. And as Gypsy was very specific when Dee Dee could have taken it, Gypsy states that she does not want to keep it or have it in her house. Yet Kristy was the one that preserved it for her for how long? And the nerve of her to say that the conversation needs to be had on how did Dee Dee get this? No, Gypsy. The question is, how did you manage to distract the doctor and getting your hands on that prescription pad? Now, Gypsy is so amazed that she is seeing it. I would put my last dollar on saying that Dee Dee caught her with that prescription pad and could not risk handing it back. For one, to protect her daughter. Number two, what could have happened if she told the hospital that Gypsy had stolen this prescription pad and could not risk handing it back in and not having Gypsy get medical help there again. I suggest that any nurses or doctor's offices that Gypsy now visits, whether it be for Ken, whether it be for herself, or whether it be for Aurora, they should hide their prescription pads. And yes, prescription pads are still being used, especially at urgent cares. They need to be very aware of how Gypsy Rose has sticky fingers. And when she started hitting the pad and yelling at the doctors and nurses on how important it is for them to keep those pads safe, that, in my opinion, is just her relieving herself of guilt, with her knowing that she is the one that stole the prescription pad and blaming her mom for it. Do any of you really think that a doctor or nurse gives two shits about what a murderer has to say? The nerve. It's the theatrics for me. How her mind is so blown and she has the right to be upset. Upset at what, Gypsy? That you have to make up all these stories to try to convince people that you had this evil monster of a mom that you had to kill, that you made sure you had to silence so she cannot debunk your bullshit stories? The only conversation that needs to happen is with yourself and a psychiatrist. Too late for you, Gypsy. How? Too late for your mom, who once again, a gentle reminder, you killed. So how about you be fucking for real? Then she goes a step further and she decides to hand the prescription pad in.
Okay, so this is an update to my last video. Please do not zoom in on my gigantic blemish. Sorry, I had to start off that. So this is an update. I Googled where I could take the prescription pad to be disposed of, and Google said that I can deliver it to hand it over to a pharmacy. So a pharmacy is a little closer than a police station for me right now. So I'm going to go and bring it. And I'm going to record the whole thing. So let's go. Okay, thank you. So, I was going through a box of old photos, and this is like 15 years old. My mom had stole this from a hospital, and I wanted to turn it in. Well, like, I could bring it to a pharmacy. Yeah, so I'll shred it for you. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day. You too.
Quite the show, right? Let me just say this. Gypsy was nervous as fuck after listening to all the videos being made about her and this prescription pad. And when she heard felony, that fucked her up. And even if there was a police station right next to her house, she would have driven miles away to hand it into the pharmacy. And what was so weird about the pharmacy situation and when she dropped it off, the fact that they didn't even ask any questions. They just took it and said that they would shred it. To me, it seemed as though Gypsy called ahead of time to let them know that she is coming to drop this off and even gave her whole story. Forget the fact that she said that she Googled where she could take it. Gypsy was, is, and always will be a liar. She has nothing to offer, and as for Kristy Blanchard, she should be ashamed of herself to have taken such a heartbreaking situation and used it, in my opinion, as revenge for her own insecurities and fucked up actions. Once again, I do not believe that Dee Dee stole the prescription pad. Gypsy Rose herself stole it. I firmly believe that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful upcoming week. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another and don't forget to make good memories. Bye guys.